What's going down, everybody? Welcome back to Fanbase. My name is Kay Douglas.
Hey, what's up? This is Bryce.
Drive with greetings from Shadow Moses.
Stevie B.
Yeah. So welcome back to the Metal Gear Solid series we're doing. We're going through all of the games from when they came out, except for Metal Gear 1 and 2. We'll come back to that another time. First change we want to make is we forgot that the incident was called Shadow Moses. Like I said, this is the series we call it Stumbling Through Metal Gear Solid, and we are most certainly stumbling through. We haven't played most of these games in.
It's just the recollections of old men.
Oh yeah.
The glory days of the past.
So where we last left off, Snake was puzzled yet again when President of Arms Tech, Donald Baker, I think that's his name.
We're gonna roll with that.
We're gonna roll with Donald Baker. After him telling him about the situation with the Metal Gear project and telling him that Meryl has the PAL key he needs in order to shut down Metal Gear. So, and of course we spent a lot of time talking about how blown away we were with not knowing how to get that codec number. But we have it now. And now Snake is on his way trying to contact Meryl. She's like, yeah, I'll meet you in the nuclear disposal facility. And that's where he goes. And so Snake heads to the nuclear disposal facility. Before he gets that, he gets a call from a character called Thru. And I can't imagine what was going through your guys' minds at the age of 10 or 12 when they say
Didn't even know what that was.
I was just like,
no, when I played
Nothing at all.
I was like, that's a very strange and unusual, whatever. Thru, let's continue on.
The child mind trying to like decipher the significance of the name.
I don't know about you, when I was a kid, I thought that hard for about 10 seconds.
Yes.
Like, okay, well, don't understand that.
Yeah.
No. So, Snake gets warned that there is, what was it? I love the lines it's like, be careful, there are claymore mines on there. Yeah. Like, that's how Deep Throat says it the first time. I was like, that was very creepy. I don't understand why you're talking like that. And Snake runs into Vulcan Raven, who spits a whole lot of confusing, metaphors and theories.
Cryptic metaphor.
I mean, I was very close. I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. Like, I was like,
Don't worry about it.
I'm just gonna kill this guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of riddles,
So Snake defeats Vulcan Raven, has a very confusing conversation with him beforehand, and gets to the nuclear disposal facility. Am I right?
Yes, that boss fight was the most complicated thing I have ever done in my life up to that point.
So difficult. So difficult. Because he didn't throw grenades like that in normal gameplay. Like, they didn't go up and over in normal gameplay. It was it was so frustrating.
Because I know boss fights on the game, and I was like, yo, you just hit the thing until it's dead.
Yeah.
But it's like, hold on, wait, so you telling me my bullets aren't hurting the tank? That was a hard thing. So maybe we just need to shoot it more.
More bullets.
More bullets.
Even more bullets.
Yeah.
And that's if you even picked up the silicon pistol at that point, because you can't pass that. There's another thing about this game that really puzzles me when I was a kid. You could just miss shit, and they would just throw it would just kind of give it to you later on. I was like, yeah, you should have totally had this hours
by now. You should have had.
you should have been to give it to you.
You fucking up.
Here's this basic ass equipment that you should have.
Game. Oh, here it is.
And so he beats I don't know. I tried everything before. Because I gave up on grenades multiple times. I was like, I can't throw it on there. I said, oh, claymore mines. And hit those down. That shit didn't work. You gotta hit the shooters that pop up. That was the whole goal, was to stop them from shooting at you.
It's crazy. I actually had a harder time with Raven.
The actual Vulcan Raven.
I mean, I had a harder time with Ocelot than I did with Raven. Raven was
Because
actually
that fought.
pretty easy for me, and it might just be because of the controls. Like on the GameCube versus the PlayStation, and being older now, but
shitty.
Oh, shitty.
Was it tank controls? Was it tank controls?
No.
Yeah, my thing.
You thinking of Resident Evil? Or Dino Crisis? Or
Those games.
Onimusha? Oh god, tank controls. Anyway. And so he goes to the nuclear disposal facility.
One thing I want to
Go ahead.
I don't know how it was Twin Snakes, but Nobody else. Weirded out by how he got killed. Where his throat people.
Oh yeah, that was the second time.
Second fight.
Yeah, that was at the end of the game.
Okay.
We'll come back to that shit. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's probably the only character that he ever created to be confusing. It's like there's no actual meaning behind his cryptic medicine. He's just being weird. He's just a weird Indian man. He's an Inuit. Or Inuit, that's right. He was an Inuit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, bad. Excuse me. Inuit. Anyways, so he goes to the nuclear disposal facility, meets up with, or he's going to meet up with Otacon, who is the head of the pet project of Metal Gear. And we see, because I'm so glad you're here, because now we're going to be referencing every event versus the original in the Twin Snakes.
Yeah.
So when he gets to that room, and we all know what room we're talking about, it's the room where Gray Fox murders a bunch of dudes for no reason. And I say for no reason because it's got stuff camouflage on. There's really no
you
reason.
just walk past
You
him.
could have just walked right past him.
You have to take those dudes life. You don't know them before. You've never seen them again.
I wonder did he murder them invisibly with a camo?
I know you sure matters. I mean, the dude can cut bullets in half with a sword.
No, I'm talking about like if I was in that room and it's just like, hey man, what are you doing? If she was like, I was like, knife goes like, what the fuck's going on?
Sorry,
what's going on? They got Jamie, man. They got him. What happened? I don't know.
when you think about it, bro, it's even more fucked up because you know he killed those dudes just to fuck with Snake.
Yeah, it wasn't just not just to fuck with him, but just like, well, I don't want anybody to corrupt this, so these dudes gotta die. Imagine being a motherfucker who's just in the way. It's like it would just be inconvenient for you to be there to try to arrest me when I fight this nigga.
I feel like camouflaging this stuff is more dangerous than
That's an interesting.
Yeah,
that's an interesting sentiment.
I mean, anybody can.
I won't harp too much on that.
Yeah.
That's
So anyway, so in the original, when he gets to that hallway, all we hear are the screams of innocent time men in this hallway. And in the Twin Snake version, you get to see it, right? And he murders the shit. Like, I mean, it's so brutal. I mean, it's cool. I mean, he threw some dude against the wall so hard that the metal wall bent in. I was like, bro.
I mean, Snake would have just killed him too, but it would have been a lot more humane.
Yeah, pop to the head, you go, and over.
Just die.
Well, I mean, he could have put a couple of
It would be a no mess, no fuss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There'd been a few broken necks, few bullets in the head.
Easy cleanup.
Undo what got knocked out.
Even that first guy who just goes, and just, he gets comboed.
And that's how
He
he
wakes
went.
up and all his friends in there.
Yeah.
And so he gets to the room, and Gray Fox kind of, via very cryptic metaphors, that he is Snake's friend from Zanzibar, that he had to kill during Metal Gear. Did he kill Frank? Because his name is Frank Yeager. Did he kill Frank in Metal Gear 1 or in I don't remember. He in the course of Metal Gear 2, he kills Frank Yeager on this Metal Gear 2 in Zanzibar. And Snake's like, oh no, he's like the only fucking friend I've ever had in my life because I'm a goddamn,
War machine.
Yeah. And now I have to kill my friend again, who is now the super RoboCop ninja. That's perfect. And at the same time, you see Icon hiding. Okay, that was probably the first time where when I was playing the game, I noticed these people are really Icon.
Yeah. I was like, he just don't want to die. He's really trying to live.
Really, really scared. I mean, he jumped in a locker, peed on himself. Not anymore, really. But
I wouldn't even be ashamed.
I would have
I would have been the rock. I would
You
have
heard
been
the
the locker next to it.
A dude walk into it, a dude materializes out of nowhere.
Stab.
He's a fucking ninja, robot ninja with a bloody ass sword.
I did not sign up for this shit.
It's like, no, bro.
I'm not ready for this level of damage. Not at all.
I am not
And so Snake talks to Otacon. Otacon tells him, I didn't know. I didn't need for it to be this way. I thought I wanted to use the science for the man. You were building a fucking nuclear warhead.
You built a giant robot T-Rex, bro. How is that helping the starving children now?
Did you hear what the man said after Otacon got done with this entire story? fucking Snake was like,
Whatever. Where's Metal Gear? I don't give a fuck. Where is Metal Gear?
Thinking about it now, reflecting on what Otacon was saying about, scientists, he like not using this, not meaning what them doing
His
whole family, his whole lineage is that.
He monologued about a whole bunch of shit the Snake did not ask him about.
explains why his name was.
It's a mix between Otaku and Pelican.
Hey, you what? Hey, motherfucker.
I said words Metal Gear, and you told me.
I would have had to shut off my pistol a few times on that because he talked for a long.
About hyper irrelevant stuff. You told me that you were mecha otaku. Like I don't give a fuck that you like.
Your father did a Manhattan Project.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Although, simply saying that your daddy, your sister, probably his daddy, all in nuclear research, and you telling me you surprised that your shit got used for nuclear warheads?
I want to help mankind by building fucking governments.
How was this supposed to help humanity?
He had to build a robot, man.
You really should just let fucking Ninja
No, man.
So anyway, Otacon helps to, help him, getting him information via his stealth camouflage, which conveniently only has one more left. And Snake goes on his way. Snake, still in nuclear disposal.
This is after the fight?
This is after the fight.
Where Ray Fox gets sexually aroused from the fight. Pain.
Oh yeah. I guess we did skip over that. That was when he gets pretty aroused with him.
I really think he's in love with Snake.
Hurt me more.
It's like he's really just in love with Snake.
This is the pain I've been waiting.
That's it. I remember. That punch. It's like,
we all do it more than
also, it's crazy to think that the first time they fought, they were on like a battlefield and somehow punched and kicked each other.
they ran out of bullets.
Like, honestly,
That's what it came down to.
And I just love that this how it's like. Kojima never passes up on opportunity for whatever style of combat. It's like, these motherfuckers are military stuff. Nobody has swords. Everybody has combat training, of course, just in case. But it's like, it always whittles down to that. Nuclear warheads, tanks, machine guns, swordplay.
Yeah.
It just always happens. It always happens. So that was really strange. He also made more of that weird noises. I was like, I don't understand why you're making those sounds. You're intensely speaking gibberish. That's not even pain. Pain makes you say ow.
He was getting pleasure from it. So it was mixed up to it.
That's the robot.
That was funny.
There you go, folks.
There you go, folks. Frankly, agree. Okay, enough of that. I never thought about that before. Anyway, so what happens next? He meets up with Meryl in the lower floors of the disposal, and she gives him alcohol. And of course, I'm questioning whether even Baker's ass understood how to use that fucking card, because Meryl didn't say shit to Snake about the temperature thing. We'll get to that later. So she gives him the PAL card. They have to go through the main office, which of course Psycho Mantis is waiting in preparation for one of the most significant boss battles I've ever experienced in the game. And all right. So this, instead of explaining what happened, we're just gonna go around and share our specific experiences with this game. I'm gonna go last. Bryce, go ahead.
Talking about the Psycho
Mantis, go.
I was not prepared for it.
We're idiots.
All of a sudden, this like strange music starts playing.
And the crazy thing, the music starts playing before the actual boss fight.
Yeah.
It's like this creepy music going down the hallway.
And like static flashes, and then all of a sudden she's like, Meryl becomes like under some power. Like all of a sudden she's like, I don't know, she wants to get it on with Snake.
Oh yeah, she tries to slice him, right?
Rubbing the fucking gun on And John's like, so it's about to go down? About it. I don't know.
I don't know if I'm old enough to see this.
Rapidly tap X. The game action about to happen. And then finally, I forget what happens between that. You finally get to Psycho Mantis, and I become probably the most scared playing a video game ever. It's like he was reading my mind. It's like, why can't I win? All the while, you've been playing such and such game. What's going on? What's going on? I think there was one time where I just turned it. When I first heard it, I turned the power off.
Yeah, no reading my mind.
It's like people at Konami are in my video game and they're watching me.
Unsubscribe. He tells you to turn off PlayStation. Is that doing that?
Nope, wrong game.
Shit. Okay,
You're talking about.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I'm positive because
I'm positive.
I'm positive because I almost did that in the other iteration.
Oh yeah, that's
that
one.
was.
Okay.
Oh yeah. How about that?
No, when
remember in the Psycho Mantis fight, when the fights at the beginning of the fight, he turns Meryl onto you. She starts trying to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to knock her out. I don't know about you, but I beat that dude. I beat that shit's ass. Like, I was like, she shot me with a Desert Eagle. I was like, nah, fuck that shit.
So actually, let me tell you my story. Okay, so first off, side note again, this is GameCube, so
GameCube first time playing
First
2014.
time playing 2014. So I'm starting to play. Meryl's coming at me, and I forget that I just want to knock her out with a trank. I shoot her. It's so calm. Kill her instantly.
That
Shot. Game over.
out.
Okay, so started over, right? I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I knock her out. Psycho Mantis is dodging all my shit. Well, I get a couple hits off, and then he starts dodging all my shit. I can't do anything, and then I die because I just run out of bullets because I just can't do anything. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Just saying some shit like read all your moves, and then I call Campbell, and then he mentions something about moving ports around or moving things around. He doesn't, at first he didn't explicitly say the controller.
Yeah.
So I'm like, So I actually started looking around the room for stuff like, in the boss fight. So I'm looking around, getting shot up and shit. Well, not shot up, but
fucking paintings and shit.
Meryl's hitting you and stuff. So I die again, trying to exploring. I died doing that. So I finally figure out. It actually didn't take me as long as I think because as soon as I called Campbell again, after hearing him repeat the message, I called him like multiple times, and he finally just told me, "Snake, you just gotta move the controller to the other port." Just flat out told me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I switch it over, get a couple hits in, and then it stops working. So it's like, I know when on the PlayStation version with the 2 ports, you just switch it in once, and I guess that works for the rest of the battle. But I have to. I'm not sure how many times you have to switch it over, but I had to switch it to all 4 ports for the whole duration of the fight.
It's not like that in the original thing.
So yeah, I mean, it was a really good fight. I mean, it was cool. I guess once you figure it out, then for me at least it becomes cool. But the frustration, like the wall that I have to climb to beat some of these bosses, you know what I mean?
Sheer mind game.
I
forgot about it.
Yeah.
I actually had a question. I don't know if it was like this in the original one, but in Twin Snakes, did it flash like and go to video, act like?
Oh yeah,
So you had like Gale on the screen?
Oh
yeah. I was like, I really thought
that
something
got me the
happened
first
to my.
time.
I thought the game froze because I didn't save for a long time, and I was like,
That,
I'm done.
that shit
Like I
got
was
me.
gonna stop playing Metal Gear Solid.
That-
My hand fucked up right there.
Yeah.
That truly, again, that was another one of the games where you actually affected your person, not just the game, but
You're a person.
that had a real emotional effect on me, man.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was so distraught. I was like, I was winning. I was finally doing it. How? And this was back in the times where that would happen when
Yeah.
TVs would do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The old, what an old big tube of TV called. Yeah, and that was a legitimate thing that could happen. That shit was horrifying,
It's
man.
like literally
It was.
the fact that
I dropped the controller the first time because I thought I was like,
it's over.
I was screaming at the top of my lungs. No. No. This
Even when I saw Hideo, the name.
oh
Yeah.
I recognize, I know that name. I was
You're too
I was
overcome.
terrified.
You're
Yeah, it was
too
just like-
overcome
Too
by
in the zone.
grief and emotion.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? To really take
It's like when you think about it, it's like you're fighting a psychic boss who
And-
actually messes with people's heads.
In real life, it wasn't messing with Snake's head, it was messing with your head. The players.
Yeah.
That was real life.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, you thought it was over when they
It was
started
mind
reading
playing.
off all the games that you had on your memory card.
Yeah.
But no, dog, he's still fucking with you.
Yeah.
You have to move controls
It's-
around.
it's-
You get a fucking black screen of death.
That was the haunting thing, was because he read your mind, like the memory card and stuff, and fucked with Meryl before the black screen or whatever. I mean, you're already emotionally distraught before the beep and the Hideo thing, and he disappears and he's got stealth camouflage. Like, I wanted to cry. I did not know. Well, I was an emotional kid. I was like, I cannot handle this. I
Came too far for it.
I came too far for it to come to this.
For some technical difficulties.
Because for me, I don't play a lot of games, but I play them furiously, over and over again, until I destroy them. And when Psycho Mantis said to me, I see you've been playing Crash Bandicoot.
I don't know if this is real.
This is real.
This
Like,
is real. Goddamn, this is real.
how does this game know?
Because niggas in my house.
And it's like, I just...
It's like, it's like, does he see the game cases? Of the
Trying to hide it.
How is this working? Like, he told me that I was playing Gex,
Yeah.
because I was a big fan of Gex back when I was a kid, and then the screen goes blank, and I cannot. First of all, you have to figure out, switch to thermal goggles if you got them, because you can easily get past by the thermal
Also,
goggles.
I never got thermal goggles.
Yeah.
The entire game.
Yeah, my first playthrough I didn't get it either, so I had to wait for him to reappear or really see that little outline that's very difficult to point out. And then it took me forever to figure out to switch my game. And I don't think in the original game they actually say switch your controller. I don't think they always just drop hints. I don't know if they ever actually said move your
They
fucking.
literally said,
And I don't know, if y'all got Bryce, Gerard, have you guys played the Twin Snakes version? Like, you have to, like he said, you have to constantly switch between those four ports. Because, like, Psycho Mantis will adjust to the port or whatever, you have to switch it. It's something else. Seriously, one of the most impactful boss fights in the game.
that was really cool.
True,
I
my
gotta say,
Yeah, but
that's very dope.
it was really attacking person.
Oh, yeah.
Your mental,
You,
your mental
player,
fortitude was going
was
down.
being attacked. And so, after Snake defeats Psycho Mantis, we kind of get a little history to what happened to Psycho Mantis, and he's a kid from his father, develops this psychic ability, kills his father, burns his village down.
I mean, yeah, more like a defense mechanism.
Like a defense mechanism, where you can't be surprised when the bullets are used, or whatever. But of course, then you kind of take them too far, and kills fucking everybody. Jesus Christ! Shush. Anyway, you've gone too far. Even the dogs, even the children.
Get the most, man. Need a friend.
And that kind of, and I think that Hideo Kojima was very good with making bosses, villains in general, that are not just these two-dimensional,
It's not about
assholes.
Yeah.
I want to destroy the world with it, but
Villains of circumstance.
It's like one thing about Metal Gear. It's like to a certain extent, to a certain degree, everyone has, I don't want to say good intentions, but I remember all the bad guys. Just like they usually always have some lofty, noble goal in their mind. It's like they're all trying to fix the world. Because it is pretty fucked, the world as it is, or as it is in Metal Gear games. So it's like, they all, most of them come from backgrounds and whatnot that kind of justify how they are, like horrible, whatnot, what's your past and whatnot. But everyone has a plan. It's not just, hey man, niggas trying to come up and get rich or something like that, or just like a power hunt. It's always for, the greater good, but you got to break a few eggs first.
Yeah, it's either that's definitely I totally agree. I think it's either I started off with noble intentions, or I'm following this person because they did for me that nobody else would do. That's the case for a lot of those people. Sniper Wolf, which we're about to get to. She's following. She's in Foxhound for a very good reason, not just because she just likes to shoot people in the head.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he defeats Psycho Mantis, saves Meryl or whatever, and they travel on, and they get caught in Sniper Wolf's trap, and she gets shot up in both her legs, and
Meryl gets shot.
Meryl gets shot. What else? Oh, did I say my bad? Yeah, Meryl gets shot up, and
She's lit
In the arm and both legs.
both legs and
After
arms.
she was dead.
Right in that tattoo too. I was like, God, man, she's a bitch.
Right on that little scalp.
And forces Snake to have to go and pick up a Sniper off and battle with Sniper.
That took me so long.
Oh my God!
Oh,
I mean, epic that track.
Oh,
I mean, you go back to
you go
like
back to
the
the armory.
main-
armory, which is like the third area
Yeah,
in the
to use
game.
the level 5 key card, and that's some bullshit. Because as soon as I got the level 5, I thought like, maybe I should just go see what was in there real quick.
Regular shit.
And not a big deal. Get all the way there. Goddamn.
Yeah, I don't think anyone got it before.
No, I mean, not unless you were unreasonably thorough at 12 years old. I don't see how you could have it took me forever even to find it. Like,
How
I
did
had
Meryl not
forgotten
bleed
that there was.
How did Meryl not bleed out?
Well, because remember, by the time you got back, she was gone.
Oh yeah,
And they take it.
They took
And I think if you stayed there too long, she would just die. So you had to you had to leave and go and go get the sniper. And I think that was when stumbling through Metal Gear Solid. I think that was when you find out that Meryl is Campbell's niece. I think that's when he reveals he's like, "Snake, why are you shooting like this?"
Gotta do it, man. You gotta do it for us, buddy.
Colonel, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, I'm not talking to you no more. I'm like,
Wait,
get off this line. Put Naomi on. I'm not talking to you. Even funny though, okay, real quick, because we're getting ready to, we're about to hit 30 minutes. I'm gonna talk real quick. Some characters we didn't talk about: Naomi, Mei Ling, Master. Was it Master? You just call him Master. You just call him Master. It was Nerf Master or something.
That's a 0? No, it's Major 0.
Yeah, that's different. Master. Oh, let's just go with Master. And then some characters that really weren't relevant or not. Did anybody ever talk to the Russian lady that was like the nuclear warhead?
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Talked one time.
Yeah.
You couldn't talk to me before any expert weapon questions.
But
And I don't have any questions.
I think that character was just there so that if you were actually curious about nuclear warheads and story, just like she was telling you about how they store nuclear warheads, what relevance these facilities have, the possibility of actual disposal of nuclear warheads in the world, which is quite literally almost fucking impossible.
Yeah.
Back then, it's most certainly today.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting character. I didn't give a fuck about him when I was a kid, but Naomi and Mei Ling were some of my favorite characters, but mostly just because I liked how diverse the cast was.
Yeah.
In terms of just where people were coming from. You had Mei Ling, who was this Chinese. She was an expert in some kind of.
It was like a data
analyst
or something like
and
that.
radar recon technology. Bullshit. And Naomi, who's the doctor or whatever, who we don't know right now, but extra salty.
That's so salty. Rightfully so, though.
Yeah, right. Whoa, yeah, no
Rightfully
super
so.
So that's as far as we're gonna make it for today. We will pick up next time on Stumbling Through the Numbers. We'll see you guys later.